All right, thanks for checking us out. We're about to jump right in here.
Yes, sir. So if you watched other episodes for this week prior to watching this one,
You probably got my
you
take.
got the full take of the perspective of what we're going to get into. But let's go into more detail here, sir. How do you feel about that Vikings game last night or last week?
All right, so I've gotten a lot off of my chest in the last hour. I've had some therapeutic time discussing the ins and outs of the awful game. I've seen tweets and videos. Anyway, so we're just going to jump right into this. Let's get this off. This is painful, but let's get it done. You know what I mean? We're going to jump into the Vikings loss to the Cowboys. Prime time in front of everybody. And the Vikings do what the Vikings do.
I wouldn't even say what the Vikings do. I would say what Zimmer does.
Wouldn't even say what Zimmer does. I mean, it's fair.
Hold on, let me just give you a comparison because I talked about it in episode 2 when I talk about the picks. The Cleveland Browns are kind of turning back into the Cleveland Browns. I wouldn't say that necessarily that's kind of what the Minnesota Vikings are going to be the Minnesota. You guys don't contend. That's why I'm saying maybe this is more on the Zimmer side. But I don't know. That's me. I'm speaking, and this is your. I'm sorry.
Nobody worried. It don't matter. We'll see. We're either gonna get a good draft pick or we're gonna steal a playoff spot. And nevertheless, I think Zimmer's out after this season, no matter what at this point. Unless they pop 10 in a row.
Does he make this? He's got to pop 10 in a row, or he's out this season. Anytime before?
I think it's got to get worse than this for us. I mean, we were just on a 2-game win streak, so I think one's not going to be enough. I think
2 or 3.
I mean, we got a rough schedule. The Packers could be the game, though. The Packers could be the game. Yeah.
If Rodgers pulls a "I own you" type of game.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that definitely.
Especially if we are on like a 3-game, we'll be on like a 3-game skid at that point. If it gets to that, yeah, that could be the dagger. That's where they could just be like, all right, we can't do it anymore.
Aaron Rodgers will get Zimmer fired.
I mean, it's
upon circumstances, but
I mean, in what other year, right? He got all the damn NFC North fans excited all off season. Is he gonna be gone? He's gonna retire. He gonna go? Nah, he was like, just wait. I own all y'all. Folks. Watch. So yes, I could see him. That'd be the poetic justice.
Gotcha.
The dagger and Mike Zimmer. But let's go into this game real quick. Let's get it over with. Zimmer is my number one key to the loss. His mismanagement of clock is almost embarrassing. Yeah, I'm not going to be. Everybody knows what's up. I mean, at this point, if you watch the Vikings games, you know what's up. I mean, I don't have to elaborate. It's been going on for 7 years. I mean,
I would even say you don't even have to be a Vikings fan, just a casual fan to realize.
Like the national.
You have 45 seconds left on the clock. We're at the 40-yard line. We can get the lead at halftime going in. Let's run the ball.
Not only that, let's throw 3 checkdowns. Inbounds. Let's not even get out of bounds. Let's make sure we fall inbounds.
Within the numbers.
And then let's make sure we save a timeout because you can bank those for the second half, right? Ain't that how it works?
You get double if you save. You get double if you save 2. Actually, if you save 2 timeouts, you get an extra challenge.
So the lack of aggression. It's like he has no heart. Like, I'm so sick of this. We just can't lose.
I don't know about heart.
Man, it is hard. Like, you got to have some drive. Like, I think he's complacent. Like, he's comfortable. He's been doing this for a while.
Like, we'll start back up next quarter after halftime.
Let me rephrase. You know the saying, you can't teach old dogs new tricks.
Right.
I don't like to think that's the case, but in this situation, I believe that's the case. Like, he doesn't seem flexible. He doesn't seem capable of adjusting. He doesn't seem like he can adjust on the defense. He's pretty good at adjusting on the defense.
Yeah, that's
but I mean, you're not the D coordinator, dude. You're the head coach. We need you to adjust on the offense. I need you to learn how to handle a game clock. Play a couple games of fucking Madden. Nigga, learn how to do it. It ain't that fucking hard. Damn, a fucking time call. But then he calls 2 because he forgot at the end of the game. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What are you? All right, sorry. I've cursed several times and I've been working on this. Just gets rough sometimes. So, anyways, all right, we're gonna move past that.
Just gotta breathe.
O-line gets the second one. We already know. We talk about it every time. If the O-line isn't clean, Kirk Cousins ain't clean. You keep him clean, he's MVP Kirk.
Derrishaw had his moments. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he gave up
Except for that sack. Right, except for that sack. But
I mean, you can give up a sack. I don't even care. What about the other 98% of the players?
right.
And it looked like our whole old line, except for O'Neal, had a pretty rough outing. But nobody had a worse outing than Oli Udo.
I was about to say, how about your boy Udo, man?
How is he still? How
is he not booed?
See, and this is the reason why Zimmer's number 1 on the list. Not why is Udo still in there? Why is Wyatt Davis not active when you've seen what Udo has done for the whole season? Like, you've seen him. Maybe he needs 2 plays to get his composure because he just had a rough outing, his 8th holding in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even give yourself that option.
And some coaches, you get 2 holdings, you're out of the game.
Man, Udo.
I'll put our third stringer up in that mud.
You got to be leading the league in holding. I know he's got like one of the worst grades. And it's like, we're not running the rock. So, I mean, you can't say it's his toughness and his run game that's doing it because we're not running the rock. So what is he doing?
What's he doing out there in that point?
Being a detriment to the team. He's hurting us every week. And he's still out there. Anyways, all right.
So if you'd like to get Nathan a jersey for Christmas,
Definitely.
not Udo.
Man. All right. So
Maybe Kirky?
No. Never mind. First off, I don't like the number 8. Like, number 8's a bad number. So honestly, when they signed Kirk, it was kind of like, to me, an awful omen. And
Off the bat right there.
And it's just kind of been just Zimmer's been here for 8 years, so maybe it's going to be the lucky number this
Maybe
year.
that's the number.
And maybe that's the end of it. So maybe 8 is the lucky number in this case. But anyways, my third loss is going to be to Kirk Cousins. I understand he doesn't play well when he has pressure in his lap. I understand that. But
Goes for any quarterback for the most part, yeah.
You have to throw the ball down. You have 2 top 20 receivers on an awful day. And you had more targets to your fullback than you did to fucking Jefferson. What does that huh? Jefferson should have at least, we used to have a thing in Minnesota called the Randy ratio.
The Randy, is this for Mr. Moss?
Yes.
Okay.
This is when Mike Tice came into town. And everyone was pissed off. It's funny how all these things, it's almost like you're a Vikings fan long enough. You've been through these shows.
Like the circle of life, right?
Oh my, literally. You know what I mean? Like, and you get to have little kids and bring them up and be like, oh man, you should have saw how bad it was when I was a kid. Oh man, we can share this
The
together.
generations, you're like, oh yeah, we had the Mike Tice. Oh no, fuck that. That was Childress. No, fuck that. Frazier.
And then they say like Minnesota nice and everyone's so fucking sarcastic. It's because everyone's miserable. It's cold as hell. The Vikings choked again. Anyway, sorry. Back to Kirk Cousins. So you just got to get the ball. You got to be more aggressive, dude. I don't know. You seemed frazzled at the beginning of the game, so I don't know what got into your head or what happened. There seems like there's. I'm going to use an old school word. Sorry to cut you off.
Sorry.
Schism.
Mm-hmm.
It's building in the locker room, and you're starting to see it. I'm seeing agents tweet stuff like, I've seen enough, I have to say something, blah, blah, blah. National media is destroying people. The owner went by the locker room and didn't even take a step inside. Like, the cards are starting to crumble a little bit. Somebody's wobbling the table. And it looks like this whole fucking thing's about to come crumbling down.
And that's what I was going to ask is, do you think now Captain Checkdown is looking faster for those checkdowns rather than reading the defense and seeing that be like, oh, maybe let me call this option or something.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Dallas. They had a good game plan, and McCarthy knows us. You know what I mean? He's played Zimmer 11 times. I think that was 12, game 12.
Right.
They were 5-5-1 with a tie. So now McCarthy's up on 1. And they had a lot of people who have bad blood with us too. So, like, it meant a lot to them to win this fucking game.
That makes sense.
And everybody knows. You pick up Bradbury and you put him in Kirk's lap, and then you shoot a gap by Udo, usually on the inside. So you put two through the gap, and you got one person in Kirk's lap, and you got a holding penalty. Probably both.
At the same time.
So, can't be wrong all the time. Come on, y'all. You got to be smarter. It'll get me worse. Why do we have to go so long? How long do I have to watch Breland out here? Fucking put Chris Boyd out there. I don't care. It can't be no worse.
Now we're some Dantzler. I'm sorry, Dantzler did not look good.
Outplayed Breland by probably 20
That's true, but he was real.
You just gotta. You have.
But also too, devil's advocate on this part. You had Cooper and CeeDee Lamb matched up against. Dude, and then you've hyped up the secondary for so long, but they've hit the injuries. We won't talk again about the injuries on that part. Secondary has taken a hit, but they still got to step up.
I don't know. Whoever's calling the 7.5, 10-yard cushion, stop, please. Everyone can. You don't even have to read anything. We got one man over here, 10 yards off of both of these guys. And they're blitzing. Hot. Oh, okay. What are we gonna do? Come on. It's like this is fucking.
Well, what was it to that one play where they even showed the replay where they showed the Vikings covering the inside of the field and holding Dallas for the majority of the game, and then all of a sudden they're like, we're gonna go out, and then that dude just had the clear way down the middle.
It's cover two. You hit them on the seams. They ran a beautiful route. It was
a perfect matchup
down the middle.
But why open up the middle so much and leave it on Alexander of all people?
Dude, that's a cover too. That's the weakness of the defense. You get the right play call at the right time. Usually it's a tight end up the seam.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You don't sit in that when they got. But we're so worried about Zeke.
Yeah.
We can't let Zeke kill us because supposedly we got this bolted run defense that's been giving up over 100 yards a game.
Oh yeah, your tight defense.
Man, the tight. I wanted to say this on here. The tight defense now reminds me of the kick-ass offense. That was the end of Brad Childress, and I think the tight defense is going to be the end.
Is that what he called it, the kick-ass offense?
That was his kick-ass offense. It was his last year. Oh, we went into the watch how this sounds. Full circle, baby. Circle of life. We had a rough year on offense last year. I know we're not doing what we normally do when we have all these weapons. So we went into the lab and we came up with this awesome offense. We've been calling it the kick-ass offense.
Oh,
it's gonna be a good year.
There. That was a world killer.
A good year. And he was gone by week 6.
Wow.
This year we've been struggling with the run defense. We ain't been getting no pressure on the D line. We went into the lab. Picked up a couple free agents. Michael Pierce is back. We don't call it the tight defense. Been scouring colleges. This is going to be the thing to stop all the runs. 100+ yards game.
Brock Pat Everson.
Looks like we may lose another head coach. I don't know. Honestly, I hope not. I've been frustrated. I hope Zimmer learns. I like Zimmer. I've liked Zimmer. I think he's a good defensive mind. That's not a good head coach, but I think he's a good defensive mind.
Defensive mind.
Have you noticed that? That's a lot of head coaches, though. They like.
I was just gonna say one part of that there too. Did you think is he a better defensive coordinator versus a head coach? Much compared to Todd Boyle in Tampa, he is an amazing defensive coordinator. But when he was a head coach for the Dolphins, he was interim with the Dolphins. But then his time with the Jets. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah, see, and I think it's kind of that old dog new tricks thing I was saying, where it's like Zimmer knows defense. He knows his defense, and he's known his defense since Deion Sanders has played. Now it's evolved some. He's moved some pieces around, but really it's a lot of the same. It's, crowd the fucking line of scrimmage so you don't know who's coming and then come, and then sit in the zone behind and hopefully you get to him. That's his magical third down pressures usually. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's how you got to do it. You
It is-
or it's man. I mean, you
right.
have 2 options, but and if you ain't got the corners, you can't do it. But I just don't think he's been able to pick up the other parts of the game, like how to work with the offense, how to work with the quarterback, how to work with other people that may not agree with you on everything, but it's like he doesn't know the delegation aspect of it. He seems like he's an iron. I'm the fucking boss. Everybody fucking listens. Where in modern, I work in corporate America. It's like you can't do that.
Can't do that shit no more, right?
Like you, they're gonna get you fired. Everyone, you'll have a mutiny on your hands. You gotta learn to deal with people.
Yeah.
You gotta understand what people are good at and be like, oh, you're good at this. We're gonna let you do this. You good at this, and then you can grow and learn other things, but still, you got your focus. Like he has his defense.
Yeah.
It's just like. I don't know. The clock management. If you can't do it, find someone that can do it. You know what I mean? You can't handle the offense and the defense. Let somebody else call plays.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's all these.
Bringing a former offensive head coach to be your OC coordinator and kind of maybe go that split route.
And he's done that because he doesn't want to deal with that. So he wants a Norv Turner.
Right.
He wants these guys.
And what happened when Turner came? But what happened when Turner came in?
Because
who got him out?
Because he still can't give up power, though. He still has to say, look, I don't care what you do, coordinator. I don't care what you're special. We run the ball.
Nah, that's true.
We run the ball.
Was it Turner that had no, it wasn't Turner that brought up Keenum. Who was it?
I mean, I don't know. I just think, personally, it seems like it's time. It seems like Zimmer would have been a better coach in the 90s.
True.
But unfortunately, it's a new era. I mean,
The
he's
2020s.
rich. He's rich. He's old. His health don't look the great. It's stressful in this life. Nigga, you got a beautiful girl. Nigga, go right off to the sunset, man. Enjoy your life. You put in the work.
So let me ask you this then. And I know I touched on this again in another episode where I remember seeing someone tweeting about the Vikings don't ever really have a full reset, rebuild, transition. They
never hit bottom.
They never hit bottom. They always try to get just those little tinker adjustments, bring this guy in, draft this guy. He's going to be the impact and stay contending.
I think that's what you have to do, though. Like,
well, in some cases, yes, but how long has it been now and that you've gone through this cycle? Do you think a full rebuild, just clean the slate?
I never feel like a full rebuild should ever be said, ever. Like, we know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But our job is to go out and work every single day like anybody else at their job.
Right.
And then we show up on game day and do our job and we get paid handsomely. So regardless of who's on your team, that should be the mentality. And hopefully you have some pride and some competitiveness and want to go out there and actually win and not waste your time and go through the motions, but actually put forth the effort and drive and fortitude and wherewithal to actually want to be the best, to have the Mamba mentality, the whatever mentality. But I know that's
that Randall mentality.
I mean, that's why I rock this dude. I love this dude. He had heart like nobody. And it's one of the qualities that I love the most in football players, but I hate it the most I hate players when I see them lack it.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to truly define. So it's that's how I kind of feel with Kirk Cousins, where it's just like, man, you just kind of crumble. Like you see some of these guys, they just crumble. Some people, Shaq couldn't make free throws. I mean, everyone's got their
vice or their right.
You know what I mean? You can be amazing at some things. You can be an amazing practice player, but that doesn't mean when the lights is on and everybody's looking at you like, you can see it. You know what I mean? And he wants it.
Right.
He wants it, but it's just it's not in everybody. Everybody can't be Michael Jordan, or there'd be no Michael Jordan.
Right.
So unfortunately, it is what it is. Sorry. I wish it was different. If you're on my damn team, man, I want y'all to win. I want them to win. I started the year talking about 16-0. So, I'm always rooting for these guys.
Well, let's move on to more positive things then. You're playing the Ravens.
The other purple team.
You're coming, right? Purple on purple. Literally purple leaders among purple leaders.
Yeah, so this is going to be a tough game. Their D-line is usually, I don't think it's been the greatest. I think they've been kind of banged up. So, I mean, Campbell's always a beast.
Campbell's a beast. I mean,
But
they still have a pretty
I think
decent
he's
line, but
even been hurt this year. I think
they're
he's even been hurt, banged up this year.
they're getting long in the tooth.
Yeah,
they're getting long in the
definitely.
tooth.
And they weren't putting up big numbers. So,
Yeah, they're young in the linebacker core, but not so much the line.
right. So I'm hoping the O-line can have a pretty solid game. If we have a pretty solid game, then our offense should hit pretty well because it tends to. MVP Kirk is legit when his line when he's clean.
When he's clean,
what I
right.
mean? You take the pressure off of him and you let him act like he's in a simulation. 7-on-7 skeleton crew will light your ass up. You know what I mean? So,
Back to MVP Kirk on that one, huh?
We'll take that. We'll get right back to 500. That was going to be a tough game. We got a couple tough games, so it's the NFL. Maybe we pull one or two back.
Right.
You know how to coin the ball bounces.
How it bounces.
Whatever. So, all right. So that's going to be my first key. O-line, give Kirk a clean one.
Mm-hmm.
My second one is going to be the D-line. Because with us losing Hunter, it's going to be important to keep Jackson in the pocket.
Is Griff back? Is he still?
Everson?
Yeah.
He's been back.
Okay, I didn't know if he was in protocol because of the concussion from the
Yeah,
accident.
he's been back. He's been playing great. Still.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one out there really putting pressure on because Hunter ain't been doing nothing last couple games. So,
Yeah, well, they've been eyeing Hunter. That's the thing.
yeah, I mean, Griff, I think he has 4 sacks now.
Okay.
You know,
No, see what happens. Hopefully, they don't try to double him up or keep him situational.
Yeah, I mean, now he's going to start catching the trip.
Yeah.
With D Hunt gone, so now they're going to eat up Everson. So we're going to need some of these young boys that we've been hearing about to step up because they're going to have to start covering some.
It's hitting
reps.
that point in the season now
Exactly.
where that rotation's starting to
That's the
expand a
biggest
little
thing.
more.
Like, you might not have you on the team for a reason. You're going to get your chance to play.
Right.
Earn it when you get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Make them not be able to take you off the field.
Right.
But we'll see how that goes. So I think the D line, as long as we don't let Jackson run all over the place, I think we got a shot in this game actually because I'm hoping we can put up some points with the line being clean. So again, these are the keys to the win versus the Ravens. My last bullet point is going to be pride. Like, come on, y'all. Like, come on. You can't be flat. Like, what the fuck?
If you gave up on the coach, that's fine. Win for yourself.
You can give up on the coach. Throw his ass under the bus if it's that bad.
That's what I'm
Leak it
saying.
on Twitter.
Win for yourself.
The fans is already chomping at the bit to get rid of him. I understand it's probably not the best situation. But fuck Zimmer at this point, man. Y'all out there playing. Go out there and play. Zimmer don't play at the end of the day anyways. Line, fucking block, D-line, do something. Cornerback, stop giving up all the cushions. Let's do something. So much better than we've been playing.
Zimmer does not equal the Vikings.
Man,
The Vikings are a unit.
Our offense is too goddamn good to be putting up 16 points. There's no way we should score 16 points a game. Ever. I don't even care who we playing ever. With the weapons we have, it's not there's no excuse for it.
That should be halftime.
Be the first quarter. Come on, 2 touchdowns, tap, let's go. If you don't have a coach running the ball every play, you'll actually get some fucking snaps. It's like
True.
the NBA. It's like the NBA. All right. Key to the loss. This team just gives up on Zimmer, and that's it. Everyone's like you said, let's get this motherfucker out of here. Maybe they tired. You know, sometimes the message gets stale.
Mm-hmm.
It gets old. It falls on deaf ears.
Win it for the Gipper.
Yeah, but sometimes they be like, who was the Gipper?
I don't know.
And you know, I said this earlier in one of my rants. It's like, the NFL is a what have you done for me lately league.
Mm-hmm.
And your resume basically speaks for itself. You get to the Hall of Fame because your resume speaks for itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go to the All-Pro usually. I know it's a fan vote, but usually, let's take that back. You're an All-Pro because your resume speaks for itself. Zimmer's now been on the team 8 years with some would say solid teams, weapons, a couple weaknesses, but you got a $40 million quarterback. Make it work.
Now it's supposed to be just the one missing piece to get you to the Super Bowl.
He came to a decent team. His first team was almost like so his track record now is, 6 awful seasons and 2 mid. I mean, if winning one playoff game is like, that's not the goal. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't it. That ain't
$40 million a year and one playoff win.
Man, and this
Or one playoff game.
You're paying him more than Patrick Mahomes. And he's scared to push it down past the stick. He threw the final ball out of bounds. I don't care if you throw a pick in that situation. You shouldn't care if you throw a pick. Yeah, like give yourself a chance. Maybe it's some fluke.
Right.
But you know what's not going to give you a chance? Throwing the ball out of bounds. What's that going to do? That's send the game and fall on the fucking ground and call it over.
Right. Take the sack instead. Right.
Anyway,
he didn't want the interception. He didn't want the loss of yards.
Because he cares more about his stats than he does the team. And that's fucking sad. But, hey, get your money, man. Get your money, man. Fuck the Vikings, right? Get your money. All right. Well, thanks for calling and checking in.
Wait, you didn't give a final score. What do you think the final score is going to be?
I ain't even thought that far. I'm so hot right now. They're probably going to lose fucking 6-32.
Wow.
But I hope they win, so I'm going to act like they actually are going to win. And I'm not mad right now. I'm going to say we're going to win 28. I want it to be big, but I know it's never.
It's not going to be big.
It's Zimmer. 23. Let me take 5 off. I forgot it's Zimmer. So we'll say 23-22.
Okay.
And they miss a walk-off field goal. Because we gave up the yard.
Justin Tucker missing a walk-off field goal. The dude who killed with a 67-yarder.
That's Vikings, though. That's how lucky we would have to get to win.
That's true. It's going to be a repeat of Detroit. Like I said, Zimmer should have got fired at the Detroit game, but y'all won. That's what saved him. That's why I picked Minnesota to win this week, is because they're going to pull it out their ass, win it, and Zimmer's not going to get fired and run out the season.
Maybe it's permanent.
Literally run out the season.
Man, he gonna be gone though. I don't think he gonna make it through the year, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Woo!
It's early. Week 9. Woo, we got a long way to go.
We got another half of the season to go.
Bye week is over.
Buys are gone, at least for us.
Hopefully
and looking
no more first time starting quarterbacks, because man, they seem to light us up.
Oof. It's going to light up the league and in regardless. But man, it's going to be an exciting week. I don't know. It's going to be fun. Let's see what happens. Check us out next episode when we cover the recap for these games. And
hopefully I'm in a better mood.
Right? Or who knows? Maybe flip. Maybe I'm in poopy pants and we got sprinkle butterfly over here or something. I don't know. I can't figure it.
Well, you know how nickname fans is. We wear it on our chest and gotta have some passion and some heart about this stuff. But man, come on. I shouldn't care more than you. You get paid. Have some fucking pride. All right, let's go, baby.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, TikTok. What else we got? Obviously YouTube. Yeah. I think that's it right now. We're working on the podcast, so we're gonna let you know. But more links and such in the description. But thanks again for all your support. We love y'all. Thank you. I'm Chavez.
I'm Nathan.
Here we go, baby.
Skål Vikings, let's win this game. Skål Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, make it a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 fight.